Australia, which formerly 500 nations, Iraq with the British flag stuck in the ground. The colonialism is part of the same family, and I think that's something that we must always be absolutely clear about. In terms of Israel, we are talking about colonial settler entity, and that is important to understand, so everybody can understand that. So people that oppose colonialism anywhere else in the world can say, okay, I recognize that colonialism. But in terms of Theodore Herzl, in 1896, he wrote a book called The Jewish State, which means the Jewish state. But who was Theodore Herzl? Theodore Herzl was a Hungarian man. He didn't write this book sitting in what we now call Tel Aviv. He wrote this book in Europe. And it's also important that we understand what Zionism was back then and what it is. Many of the early Zionists would call themselves socialists. Many of them were irreligious. This is important for us to be honest and absolutely clear about what took place then. What was Palestine? What was the status of Palestine in 1896 when it was under the control of the Turkish? It was under the control of the Turkish, as was what we now call Iraq. So, the Zionist movement at that time, one thing, there's a big lie, basically, that Zionism is about self-determination and is about a homeland for people without a homeland. A land without people for people without a land. This is a big, big lie that ultimately is based on the displacement of the indigenous people. That's what it's about. It's about displacement of indigenous people. And so at this point, the Zionist movement tried to get some type of relationship with the Ottoman rulers of the land and start buying small pieces of land in Palestine, small settlements,